Merry Christmas, everybody. I originally wanted to review my favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard, but with it being Christmas, I decided to spend time with my dad. I did not have the time, but I made some time to make this video for you for the Christmas season. So today, I'm going to give you my personal ranking of all three Black Christmas movies. Now, this isn't a definitive list, this is just my personal opinion, so let me know your ranking of all these movies. That being said, let's kick off this ranking. Number three is probably going to be a lot of people's number three, and that is going to be Black Xmas, the first Black Christmas remake. I never did like this movie. I watched it when I was younger with my mom and dad and all that, but I never did like it. Um I'm a big fan of gore. I love a lot of gore and a lot of slash movies, but the gore in this movie, it's just eyes. It's just eyes all the goddamn time. But then just the characters are horrible, the writing is horrible, the directing, I don't blame Glenn Morgan for this movie because the producer's fingerprints are all over this fucking movie. It's just a bad movie, and I would recommend it to absolutely nobody because this movie is just fucking pointless. It is one of the most fucking stupidest movies I have ever seen in my life, and probably the worst remake I've ever seen. And that's how much I like this movie. Number two, now just to be clear, this one is not good either, and it's hardly even better than Black Xmas, and that is Black Christmas 2019, the Blumhouse version. Like pretty much everything I said about Black Xmas, but if you get rid of like the gore and eyeball stuff, it's pretty much the same thing here. I don't really care for this movie that much. I do understand the message that this movie tried to give you, but other than that, this movie is just not that much fun. I understand why a lot of people hate this movie. Hell, I can't brag about it either. I cannot say that it's a good movie, but it's not one of the worst horror movies I have ever seen in my life. It is not one of the worst slasher movies I've ever seen. If anything, it's probably one of the most unnecessary movies I've ever seen. Where I feel that this movie was just a product of a classic movie, where you just you feel that since Blumhouse made Halloween 2018, which felt like a tribute to the original Halloween, maybe because the writer and the director were actual fans of the movie. But in this one, it just doesn't seem they cared. It just feels like they didn't give a shit what they were making. No disrespect to the director, I forget her name, I'm very sorry. Like I said, I understand the message that the writer and the director tried to make in this movie, but you end up just not caring at the end of this movie. And let's talk about the PG-13 rating once again. Why is this movie PG-13? I don't fucking know why. I have a hunch. It's because Blumhouse wanted a larger audience in the fucking theater. That is probably the only reason why this movie is PG-13. And there's a lot of scenes in this movie where it feels like you're gonna have an awesome kill, cuts away. You're gonna have some swearing in this movie, cuts away. But of course, my number one of the greatest slasher movies ever made, and one of my favorite Christmas movies ever made, and that is the original Black Christmas. I don't know how you're ever going to top this movie. This is just a perfect movie for me. Hardly will I ever say a horror movie is perfect. I legit have no issues with this movie. I watch this movie every year in the month of December. I don't watch it on the day of Christmas, but I watch it every single December. Ever since I first watched this movie, it's one of those movies where I have to put it in every December and watch it. That's how much I love this movie. Um, you might as well just go watch my review because I pretty much already bragged so goddamn much on it. Just already. I love this movie. It's an absolute horror classic. And if you have not seen it, you must watch it. If you love A Christmas Story and you want to see a darker version of that director, of Bob Clark, you want to see a darker version of him, Black Christmas is for you. And of course, the original Black Christmas will always be my number one. So what is your guys' ranking of the Black Christmas movie? What is it, one of the remakes, or is it like the original like me? Let me know in the comments below, and Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you're all having an amazing day. I'm gonna go spend some more time with my father because it's Christmas and why not? Like I said, hopefully all of you are having a good day, and until my next review or ranking or just whatever I end up doing, take care.